It's nice having that warm humidity there. That's great. Hey everyone, today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Dreo Smart Humidifier. This one has cool and warming mist. Dreo did send me this product, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. Here's a look at the retail box and packaging. We have their customer service and contact information. This works with Amazon and Google devices. Some additional product info here for the specific model number. Now we're back to the front. Let's go ahead, let's open this up and see what's inside. Here are all the contents. First up, we have our product literature with a full user guide and manual, a quick start guide, and a cleaning guide. We also have a couple extra aroma pads and a cleaning tool in here, followed by the humidifier itself. Let's look at this in more detail. Starting with the top, we have our nozzle right here that rotates 360 degrees, a warning label not to put anything else besides water in the water tank. We can pop open the lid right there and it just comes off. The cover's removable. And we have a nice built-in handle to easily remove the water tank. Max fill indicator there right on the front of it. You can see it from all different sides and angles. Here's a look inside with it removed. Cool, warm, hybrid mist right there. Got our little up indicator on our float. Warning label. Now you can see it from the side. The front with the Dreo logo and branding, all of our controls in our display. Here's a look at it from the other side. The very back. So this is our essential oils pad right here. Once we remove the tape. Tape has been removed. Just press in, it will pop right out. And there's a look at it. And then we can drip some drops of essential oils right on there. Now we have a built-in diffuser. And here's a look at the very bottom of the unit. So we have multiple points of contact, additional product info, and flipping it back around, you'll notice the inside, this piece also came off. So we can look again at the inside now with that removed. And we have our caution, don't touch until it's cool right there. So just keep that in mind. And this will just go right back on there for our mist. And we can put everything back together just like so. Now let's finish setting this up. All right, we have everything set up. It's plugged in, powered on. We got water in the tank. Take a look at the display here showing the real-time humidity. We have our color indicator light down here built into the unit, glowing depending on the humidity level. Below the power button, we have our 3 different humidity settings. 1, 2, or 3. 3 is going to be the most moisture. 1's going to be the least amount of moisture. Then below that, you'll notice we have this little guy here that we can toggle on or off. Do you want heated or cooled mist? You have that control, followed by auto mode, followed by our timer, 0 hours all the way up to 12 hours or back down to 0. Set it and forget about it. And then lastly, we have our sleep mode here. So sleep mode has been activated. And we'll notice the display and the light both shut off. And it's going to be basically in our auto settings that we can configure within the Dreo app. So really easy touch control panel. Up at the top, we have our 360 degree rotating spout here. So we can position that where we want. And then don't forget on the very back side of the unit here, we have our essential oils. So take a look, drip them right in there. And then you can pop that right back into the machine. Now let's go over the controls and the Dreo app from our phone. Here's a look at the Dreo app. We have an image and graphic of our humidifier there. Then below it, we have our timer options. We can choose to turn it on or off up to 11 hours and 59 minutes. Then we have our current settings. We're in auto, but we have manual and sleep options here. Sleep just basically reminds you that it's going to turn everything off. And then to exit sleep mode, just press another button, go into auto or manual mode. We can adjust the target for sleep. If you want to move the target humidity up or down, you can do that. Same with manual right here. Basically, manuals just control the mist level. And we have more adjustments. We have basically 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. You get the idea, where we only have 1, 2, and 3 on the controls here. So that unlocks even more customization for the levels. And then auto, same thing, currently set to 60%. So if we hit auto here, that's what it's going to be, but we could shift that up or down. color-coded blue-green and that orangish yellow there. Green's where you want to be. Below that, we have our ambient light. We can turn that on or off. We also have our warm mist. Changes the water drop to orange versus blue if you want the cool mist. Then we have our display. We can toggle on or off. Panel sounds on or off. Ambient light settings. So we can actually configure this differently if we have our own percentages in mind that we want to see. We can customize that right there. And then lastly, you can control this with your voice. So we'll go down here and we'll go into the device settings. And we have the option to link our Amazon or Google account here to set that up. And for those that are interested, we have a couple more boxes we can look at. Basically, we have our 24-hour and 30-day reporting history on our humidity levels. We can set a schedule up here, choose the hour, the minute, which days of the week you want it to turn on or off. And then further down, we have our filter life. If we get a filter to filter out the water, we can toggle that on so it keeps track of its life. We have our cleaning reminder right there. And then we have our maintenance. Basically, this is the help section, so tips and tricks, any common occurrence. They have really helpful information here and their customer support email if you still have questions or need help. So it's a nice, simple app with a lot of customization that you don't get on the control panel itself. For those that are interested, we'll see how loud this unit is across all three of our different settings here. We'll start with setting 1. First up, we're at 34.8 decibels. That's what we peaked at. It's very quiet, just a smidge louder than your typical room environment. Our second level takes us to 38.2 decibels, a little bit louder, but really not that much more noticeable in my opinion. And no surprise, 3 is going to be our loudest result at 41.4 decibels, but it's still very quiet and relaxing. It's really not loud at all. Now I thought we'd have some fun with the FLIR camera here. I'm not sure this is really gonna work, but I thought with it having the cool mist enabled, we'll see how warm it is up at the top. It's showing around, we'll just call it 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Not even sure if it's that warm. I thought the humidity would register a little bit more on the FLIR. But anyways, we'll call it 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we'll go ahead, we'll turn on the warm mist setting. We'll give it a couple of minutes and come back and see how warm it is. And now it's been about 5 minutes and take a look. Definitely a lot warmer. I'd say at least 20 to 25 degrees. We have some hot spots there. I believe previously it was like 83 degrees in that hot spot. I saw anywhere all the way up to like 118. But it is noticeable. If you put your hand and touch it, you will notice the difference here and how warm it is now coming out of there, which I'm not gonna lie, if you were sick, even if you're not sick, it's nice having that warm humidity there. That's great. So really a nice, cool feature. So let me share with you my final thoughts after using this Dreo Smart Humidifier. My favorite feature, hands down, is gonna be the warm mist. I think every humidifier should have that. Definitely a premium feature, but I like to see that trickle down to more models in the future. Having the smart control is great. I wouldn't say it's a necessity. So you're paying a premium for that, so make sure you're gonna take advantage of that. The control panel that's built in is great. I like the ambient light a lot. I actually wish this light could be even brighter and we could have more light control options. Maybe that could be something done in future models. Maybe we could get lucky with a firmware update, things like that. But overall, count me impressed. I think the biggest shortcoming for this would just be the nozzle's fine. I like that we have 360-degree rotation, but there's some other Dreo humidifiers that you can actually toggle it basically to the left or to the right. You can adjust the degree. So if you didn't want it straight up, it'd be cool if we could position it to be at like a 45, you know, one way or the other, or 90 degrees. You get the idea, but it'd be nice to have some more flexibility up here with the nozzle to choose where we want the humidity to go. But it really cranks it out, very customizable, and having that warm mist is fantastic.